The internal conflict of Nasso was caused by fear. He wondered where his prudence had gone and what genre he had fallen into: science fiction, fantasy, or spy thriller. Nasso was not afraid of Wonder Kuker itself. It was supposed to be a good character, as cookers in folklore were noble and good. Its mono shows had proved it. Wonder Kuker stood for the side of good, against the evils of the day and people. The ethics and understanding of justice and truth of Wonder Kuker completely overlapped with those of Nasso. Public opinion about Wonder Kuker and the paranormal did not bother Nasso either. Bulgarians were more than tolerant of the mysterious. They carried mysteries in their spiritual tradition and culture, perhaps even in the genetic code. The paranormal or supernatural, the nightmare for the Western scientists' reputation, since scientific experiments could not prove it, was perceived by Bulgarians as self-evident. It would sometimes wake up in some of the modern descendants of the ancient Thracians and Orpheus, of Boy and Maga and the Bogomils. During the 5 centuries of Ottoman tyranny, religious faith, which was faith in the supernatural, and folk traditions and customs preserved the ethnos. In real socialism, when the uprising in the fraternal socialist states against the totalitarianism and dogmatism of the system were inspired by Western values. The revolt of the Bulgarian establishment went unnoticed by the world, as it was under the banners of Eastern spirituality and Bulgarian history. It was believed that it shortened the lifespan of Ludmila Zhivkova, the country leader's daughter who headed the rebellion. Nasso's grandparents and parents were contemporaries of the clairvoyants Vanga, Slava Sevrukova, Grandpa Vlycho, and others like them. Man could hardly find a skeptical Bulgarian regarding them. The White Brotherhood of the followers of Peter Dunov, the Master, which was regarded as a continuation of the Bogomils, had been attracting and influencing hundreds of thousands of people for over a century, especially among intellectuals. It took Nasso a long time to first notice, and then accept that he himself was part of something extraordinary. The hardest thing to see is one's own nose. Nasso would give and risk a fortune to try to unravel the mysteries of Wonder Kuker. However, the crazy world had once again entered its phase of exacerbated madness. Nasso feared those for whom power and control were everything, and ethics, legality, and humanity worth nothing. Most of all, he feared for his family and child. Responsibility for them was preventing him from diving into the Wonder Kuker adventure, so he continued floating on its surface and observing. All of his one-man shows were shot as part of the Okopenian Kuker Group's performances, and were valuable material for future scientific exploration, even though outside a scientific institution. Although, at some point, Nasso would probably have to choose between Wonder Kuker and his family, he hoped he had time to collect more material. However, Wonder Kuker was already a threat to Nasso's family relations. Yulia, who occasionally joined the Kuker group and saw Wonder Kuker's performances, obviously found some psychological explanation on them, and pretended to not mind her husband's Kuker eccentricity. In general, they had both avoided talking about that topic for a long time. However, after the scandal with the influential Bonev family and its aftermath, Nasso felt growing anxiety in Yulia.